Klutch Kickers round 4 out of a round 5 season. We are currently leading the championship with 2 first places and then 1 incompleted competition. I'm excited to be out here. The weather's cool. Probably the coolest I'll have ever driven all year. E36 felt great testing at the compound, so I'm gonna go out and have some fun. This isn't even a bank layout, nice little infield. As technical as it gets, and the car is gonna be fast. About to go get some practice locked down. It's a really similar layout to one that we did in a previous round. It just has like a little different zone at the end. So I know my setup notes for it. So I'm gonna go out, have some fun, get comfortable, do some chasing. Colette's got her car back out. It's the first real event she's done since the car caught fire. Nick's been working to get it redone and it's pretty sick. She'll have some sick content out about it. It'll be sick. The content, sick. The car goes vroom. I'm gonna do the put the things on, yeah. Yeah. I love Klutch Kickers, but one of my favorite things about it, Savio, you guys know Savio, and he has a company called Smoke Daddies, and he basically caters for all the drivers here. So it's like a super affordable meal plan with like fresh, beautiful barbecue cooked chicken and pasta and rice. And my favorite, if you guys know what picanha is, he makes the best picanha with this like pico that's, I don't even know how to explain it, it's delicious. And I love that they're here, and it makes me so happy and fed when I drift. You guys wonder like, why do I do so much better at Klutch Kickers than FD? Smoke Daddies. out in practice. It actually took me a little while to get used to the E36. I feel like that's usually like the dominant car that I'm driving, so I get in and I feel right at home. But I think the biggest thing in that car is it's a lot of turns to lock, and I can't do as much wheel work as I do with other cars because it just spins so fast on its own, which is great, but I had to kind of retrain my brain, and then towards the end I started getting the hang of it. But gonna do qualifying. I'm not going for top qualifier. I just want to put points on the board and stay on the track because there's some gnarly moguls, as Mike likes to refer to them, as developing, as you saw in practice. But yeah, good. Shout out to Sean Booth on the DP gang. Yeah, I bet. Really happy with my score. Like, I was not trying to go out and get first place qualifier, and I didn't. I got 5th place. But I feel like I did what in my mind my perfect run would be. There's not really any more angle that I could throw. The only thing that Colette suggested that I could have done better was the start of Outer Zone 2. I could have been a little bit deeper. But it's like a double-edged sword because that's the area with a huge divot, and you drop one wheel in there and then you total your car. So I probably subconsciously played it a little safe in that area. But I'm really stoked because I was pretty much floored the whole time, which, like, I'm super proud when there's a lap and you hear just the whole time. That's not what I try to do. So if I ever do that, that's me making it. I'm not talking about you. Some of these,
shade. That's literally like the feedback he gave me.
No.
Like, I'm not here trying to sound like.
No, I'm thinking of like the people that like try to pretend to be like a Japanese driver when they're like driving like mid-corner. It just makes the car slow because if you think about it, like wheel speed's directly attached to your RPM. So if you keep the RPM up there, you have constant smoke, constant speed. But yeah, and I feel like I made a very minimal steering correction, so I'm stoked about that too. I felt weird in practice, but it's a good qualifying lap. Definitely going to be a buy run. Hopefully you get a buy run so we can go to Texas Roadhouse early. If she doesn't, we probably won't get to eat Texas Roadhouse.
So blame it on me now. I'm not getting a buy run. I'm not getting a buy run.
How with that attitude? You're not getting your buy run, but I'm not getting my friggin' brown sugar cinnamon rolls.
It's cinnamon butter. Sorry.
Cinnamon butter rolls. God, dude, okay. I would a whole loaf of cinnamon butter right now.
Not necessary to say at all.
calm day. We got 30 minutes of practice right into battles. We have some heavy hitters on my side of the bracket, so it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a hard fought win, but we're gonna take it home and we're gonna have some fun. Going into practice, got some plans, some things we're gonna try, some things we're gonna do, and yeah, you guys are gonna see it. Of all the first battles, we're going against the homie Dave Egan. You guys know him from Ireland. He's over in the States for like a long time. He's actually been going to our invitational in December, which I'm hyped for. So he's gonna be over for a while. I know I can't talk right now. I'm in like competition focus mind, not vlogger mind. I'm gonna go out and drive and do the thing. Car feels good this morning. Unlocked some new things to go faster and drive better. So I'm gonna go do that and have some fun. Alright, for our first battle of the top 32, we are going up against Dave. He is in a rental Corvette. This is the top 32. Good friend of mine, great driver, and a car that he does have back home, but obviously it's not his personal car and drives a bit different than he's used to, but can't take him lightly. He sure knows how to drive, so gotta go do the best lead I can and then the best chase. Ginger's at a wedding this weekend, so Marco's on the other end of the radio. You'll hear him giving me some tips after my lead run. He'll just kind of walk me through how hard I need to push. Marco?
Hey, you kind of gapped him a bit on outer zone 1, and then he chopped line a bunch to catch up to you. I'd say give it a solid 2, and you should be good.
Okay, sounds good. I know I made a mistake also on my lead where I hit that inner clip, so I'm mindful of that if he did a better lead than me, he would be at an advantage there. So I agree with you. I'll give it a 2. I'm pretty happy with my run. I think there's some things I could definitely improve on, but nonetheless, I'll have some fun. I think it's the first time I've hit that inner clip all weekend. Just got a little excited. I feel like I overthought that run more than I needed to. Although I guess to be fair, I did like one lead in practice, so. Poor Klutch. He made a pretty big mistake where he dropped a tire, and then I just had a little bit of fun just kind of bringing it in, but I think we definitely got the win by a solid margin. From my perspective as a driver, seeing him with me the whole time, like he put up a great fight in a car that he's not used to. He did a great chase, and to my perception, what was a great lead minus a little dirt drop. It was a lot of fun. Dave's such a good dude. Biggest smiles. Big Ireland guy. Huge Ireland guy. Makes me love Ireland. To be like the first person that I really know from Ireland, like I know people from Ireland, but like the first person I spent a lot of time with, he's a great representation of the country. So you Irish lads, I'd be proud that Dave is out here in the States making Ireland look as good as it is, because it's sick. Although Florida's pretty sick right now. The weather's not 5,000 degrees, so I'm always a fan of that.
Congratulations, buddy. Moving on.
Thank you.
Our next pilot, piloting the Lincolnfeld to Oracle lining Chevy Corvette, George Stratton! #1 points leader, driving the Drift HQ BMW E36 Adam LZ!
Alright, getting strapped in. For my top 16 battle, we're going up against Sebastian in the blue S15. His car is fast as we actually looked at some times, and he's about a second faster on the whole track. I didn't really choose to add a lot of grip to my car because he does make quite a bit of compromises to be that fast in terms of being shallow and cutting line. So I think if I just lay down a solid lead and a solid chase, I think we'll take home the win. But just got to be smooth, consistent, and go have some fun. This car rips and sounds amazing. There's not a lot of JZ cars here competing in Klutch Kickers. They can probably count the number on one hand, so it's gonna be a good time. you, Marco.
Hey brother, he had a giant mistake in outer zone 1 following you. He basically went 2 off. I don't know if they'll ding it as a 0, but it was a pretty big mistake, so I'd say you're really safe with a 2 and just send it home.
Okay, sounds good. Will do. I definitely didn't have the best lead run. I could have been a little deeper in the zone, so I agree with you. I'll do a 2. I won't take any chances, but I'll do a nice, solid chase. He's fast off the line, so I gotta be ready for that. He had a massive brake check at the end of the zone. At the end of the outer zone 2, he had a massive brake check, which drastically affected me. So I would venture to say that caused a big issue on that. Also, he was slowing down before he finished the transition. Yeah, I need a tow. We have lost the belt. I have coolant on my windshield, so I'm assuming the radiator is damaged. If we can have another radiator ready in the pits, we're gonna need to change a radiator.
Copy that. On my end, you can see the smoke dim down a little bit from his, he flipped the throttle coming out of outer zone 2. Alberto did something weird at the end of outer zone 2 and it went against him, so we'll see if they call it correctly.
Yep, and he absolutely was slowing down mid-transition. He was not slowing down after the transition.
And away they go.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of stuff packed in here. So, Johan, right here.
Look right here. The whole thing's pushed in on the mount on the side.
Well, I know that.
Remember the fan didn't spin?
Yeah, but I think it was hitting the crank pulley. It was the one on the right.
So if the fans are free, then the fans didn't hit free.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add?
No. It would. I truly think that. I truly think that we should win that battle. If they decide that we don't, there's no way we're fixing this car in a 5-minute call. They called one more time, but I disagree because he was decelerating in 2 zones that we weren't supposed to. That definitely caused the collision. Sucks, but part of the thing when you're driving against fast cars, like you gotta drive fast and expect them to be fast, and when they do weird stuff, yeah, it sucks. A lot of damage.
This side disconnected us from the air lights, they just come out, they don't just back with.
Johan, put this under there.
Everybody out of the way.
Headlight out of the headlight? The bulb out of the headlight?
Yeah.
On
No,
stand,
not the
we're
bolt,
good.
the
And
connector.
good. Start it. Go. 5 minutes.
Got the cap for that? No, take it off here, and we got
It's
a
on
cap.
my pocket.
Johan,
Johan, we pulled the whole lot.
tighten
We
this.
got 8 mil down here.
Have another thing that
Okay, this is a 3.
Hey, 6.
you know where it goes, you're out. Thanks.
Around, another one too.
Around, all the way around here.
Perfect. Hold the light.
Yep, I got the fans ready. Is it ready or holding? Oh, shit. Watch the oil cooler. Crush in the front.
New one going in. New one going in.
Hey, where's the tool to put on the belt?
Radiator.
Here.
Give me one fan off there. Hurry.
Yeah, do it. There we go.
Where's the new radiator?
It's good.
We gotta put fans on first, right?
We're done, boys.
15 seconds.
10 seconds. God.
Bro.
Sorry, guys.
Says the engine builder.
One battle.
I'm not saying that it benefits me.
What was it?
Right here. Oil cooler fans pushed into it. But look at the whole radiator. It's like literally twisted.
Yeah, you can see, look at the mount on that side.
Yeah, the whole thing is twisted.
The mount on the other side there's a piece of shit.
It's tied into the frame, so it's almost a good thing. Like, it adds structure. I'm gonna end the video here. Usually, I'm not upset. I'm a pretty, I don't want to say it, the opposite of a sore loser. I'm a pretty good loser. I was taking the decision and I was just like reflecting and I was watching the footage and I'm like, man, like I really feel like this wasn't my fault. Watching back the footage, I saw a glimmer of his hand pulling handbrake like before he was even through the transition, which they stressed to us so much during the driver's meeting that they want us to stay on power through there and not decelerate until after the transition. I personally felt that was weird and I would have rather slowed down at the end of outer zone 2, but I've been driving all weekend how they asked us, staying on throttle all after the outside zone 2 and slowing down after the transition. Homie was pulling the handbrake through the transition, which is clear as day by the footage that Mike provided. You can see his wheels locked up, and unfortunately, one of the judges overturned the decision. I tried providing the footage, but because Mike doesn't work for Klutch Kickers, they cannot review the footage. They can only look at the live stream, which, to be fair, in the live stream, I can't tell that he was pulling the handbrake either. Otherwise, I would have been more specific with my protest. It does suck though, because there's a lot of points implications with it. I was really looking forward to battling Hanadale and beating him as well. And yeah, I'm real bummed. I understand we gotta play by the rules, and I don't know what the rules about a double protest, but they made it clear as day that they can't make any decisions based on the footage of someone that doesn't work for Klutch Kickers staff. So I'm appreciative of everyone that jumped in to help get the car back together. I definitely think we could have taken the win again, and I was looking forward to seeing the E36 win undefeated. But you know, with drifting, sometimes there's calls that are in your favor, sometimes there's calls that aren't in your favor, and it's kind of like a toss-up. Like, sometimes you might get the win when you probably didn't deserve it, and other times you might lose when you probably didn't deserve it. And this is one of those times, so the universe will return the favor, but until then, I guess, I don't know, I just want to expend myself. I'm not mad, I'm not by any means like, please don't go be angry at Klutch Kickers or be angry at the other driver. Like, some people make mistakes, like I've certainly done that before, but if you guys are a driver, you know it's impossible to follow someone that's handbraking through a transition because you expect them to, you know, keep throttle, and it is what it is. I tried to drive hard and it bit me in the ass, and here we are. So I don't want to end the video on this note, but the good thing is we get to go home a little early now, and it's Parker's birthday, so you all can spend some more time with Parker. Happy birthday. You alright, buddy?
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Anything you want to say to the video for the end?
I got it dude perfect.
I love this series. I'm still super appreciative of Klutch Kickers like being a thing. You know, I do Formula Drift, but I can't say that there's anything I've ever done in competitive drifting that's as much fun as this series. And like, I really appreciate them going on a limb and like putting this together and having prize purses that encourages people to bring serious cars and giving an avenue to where like I can drive 3 hours and go compete with some really talented drivers and some sick cars and still be home for dinner on Sunday. So I'm super appreciative, and like, even though I'm not super stoked on the call, like, those judges have the hardest job here. I would never want to be a judge. In fact, I'm not gonna be a judge at the Invitational because I hated being a judge, but like way harder than the driving we're doing. Making decisions, some of these calls, some of the stuff that's happening, like I would not want to be them. And I appreciate them being here, and I know that it's tough, and we just gotta seal the deal on the next one. Also, shout out to Nate for winning and knocking out all the people that would have been a problem for points championship. Love Nate, great dude. Thanks, Nate.